All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're on the air here. This is a trial balloon, I guess, to see if all of this stuff is going to work the way that we hope it does. And see, we've already got a little issue with the camera here, trying to focus. We're going to try to get that fixed up for you. There, we'll see how long that hangs in there. And I hope we're going out over the air here. It doesn't look real good, but let's see, drop frames, kilobytes. All right, that's kind of hanging in there. Again, this is all just a trial to see if things are going to work here. I don't know how long my battery is going to last. I don't think it's going to be very long, so we'll keep this relatively simple here, and it might be short, but we're going to find out if this is going to work or not. So we are up at Minnesota Select's facility here in Maple Grove. Place used to be called the Raleigh Sports Center. I think now it's just called Minnesota Select. And this is the Women's College Summer Series that they host up here. I think they've been doing this for quite some time. So we got all 8 courts are going here. Quite a few teams here. Mostly MIAC teams. A few from western Wisconsin, and some UMAC teams. Notably, the Cougars have already played University of Northwestern in their first match, and that was a pretty good match. Well played on both sides, I thought. It was 12-10. Not sure who was ahead in the third set, and they called time. There's a time limit here to keep things moving along, so it got to 0 on the clock, and that was the end of the match. So despite volleyball not typically having a time limit, we do here. So anyhow, we also took on in the second match the McAllister Scots over on court number 8, and that was an easy win for the Cougars, playing pretty well there. And now it is Augsburg, and I think there's a thought that this is a pretty good team. We got matching shirts on the other side here. They look like they're pretty well organized. We'll see how that plays out here. I just wonder if this is even working. I guess we'll find out what we see later. I'm going to try to check this myself. Maybe I can look here and see if there is actually something live going out under my name or not. That's where you'd search for it, and it does look like something's going out. Oh yeah, we do look like we have a signal here. It looks like it's a little on the choppy side, so you may not be enthralled with the camera picture. So anyhow, not sure that I'm going to do anything about that at the moment to fix it. I think we're just going to wing it here and see how long things last. Cougars are on our side here. We are on court number 4, and we're ready to go here. Augsburg is going to put the ball into play here. Nash there to pick this one up. Peterson, the set on the right side, ends up free balling over there from Carroll. On a right side attack from Augsburg, they put first points on the board here against the Cougars. It is 1-0, just underway here if you're joining us. Not sure how anything looks on the screen. I really can't look at it right now, so we are not going to try and do that. And that ball played up tight on the net there. Peterson unable to get that one to go over. And Augsburg continues with the serve here, 2-0. And this is picked up by Zembeck, but has a little trouble handling that one. That serve right in the seam there on the 5-6 seam, and Cougars unable to handle that. Not off to a fantastic start here. We'll see if they can pick things up. Of course, they are coming off of a break here, so not a big surprise that way. Anna Molstead from the left side with that left-handed attack. That one is out, and that will put the Cougars on the board here in their third match of the day. And that's going to bring Liv Carroll to the line here. Takes a spin on the ball, takes aim at the court here, and tries to go down that right line, but it comes off the heel of her hand there, and that is a point for Augsburg. They are now up 4-1 here, early going in the first set. And serve is put into, and a nice serve there, but picked up nicely by Nash over to the left side. Zembeck uses the block there nicely, and a nice play there for the Cougars. I have a feeling the internet is not great here, and that might be hurting us a little bit, but we'll soldier on here and see how long our battery is going to last. I think that's what's going to limit us a little bit here. But anyhow, Wellbrook with the serve here, put into play. Augsburg picks this up. They go with a middle attack, and that is just long, right in front of the broadcast position here. That brings Wellbrook to continue at the line here. The right-hander puts the ball into play. Picked up on the Augsburg side, the back set, and they have to free ball that over. Opportunity here for the Cougars, and Molstead nicely using that block from the right side. That play working well. And we are knotted at 4 here. Early going in the first set of the third match of the day here for the Cougars. Laura's wearing her lights shirt here, puts the ball into play, and they have trouble. The overpass there, and that is sent back over by Zembeck. Wellbrock there in the back row to pick it up. Peters in the back set. Molstead sees a spot in the back of the court there, but it's picked up nicely there by the Augies, and they find an open spot back here in zone 1. And the serve will be going back over. It is 5-4 Augsburg here. I keep seeing that red light flashing. I think the camera's not keeping up the best here. We're going to have to check into that a little bit. That's going to be one of the troubleshooting things that we'll have to look into. It's green once in a while, and I think we're just not able to keep up with the kilobits. So we're going to see how that all develops here. And a nice swing there from Mary-Kate Zembeck in the middle. Puts the Cougars back here on the service stripe. It is 6-5 Augsburg here. We are in set number 1 again. If you're just joining us, we are at Minnesota Select's facility up in Maple Grove. Pretty nice evening out, a little breezy, but I think finally some of that smoke has cleared out of the atmosphere here in central southern Minnesota, so we are in a little bit better position than we were the last couple of days here. All right, Augsburg, and they find a spot in the campfire there, swinging that one, dropping it right over into where no one was. And it is 7-5 in favor of Augsburg. And they will put the serve into play here. Sent over, and that one shanks off to the side for the Cougars. 8-5 now in favor of Augsburg. Moore's team playing well today, I think. They looked really good in the first 2 matches. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish that first match against Northwestern because that was kind of a fun one. But in any event, we'll see how this third develops here. And right now, it is 9-5 in favor of Augsburg. Of course, Augsburg, a MIAC team based in Minneapolis over on Riverside Avenue. And I think they had a pretty good season last year. So a lot of returning players, I believe, on their side. Unfortunately, have no names and numbers to give you for them. So we're just going to have to call them Auggie Doggie. And that's a reference to Ed Schultz from many years ago, WDAY sports director. That's what he would always call Augsburg. Ball put into play here, picked up by Carroll in the back row, over to Nash, swings it down the line, and I think that was just long. Nice spot in the court there for Lydia Nash, but just a little bit long. And now we've got something I think is dripping out of the ceiling here. Let's see what we got. The official is down. I'm not sure what they're going after here. I guess he just sees something on the floor that's somewhat concerning. So we're going to see what they're bringing out the mop here to clean things up. I'm not sure what it is. It does look like it might be water, so we'll see if they get that away, or else somebody spilled something. I don't know what it is. It's out in the middle of the court, so it seems a little bit odd, but in any event, getting that cleaned up here, and official getting back up into his stand there on R1. It was interesting, we had 2 officials for the first match over on court 5, and I think all of the matches on court 5 are enjoying having 2 officials over there. I'm not sure why that is, if they had an extra perhaps. Otherwise, I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. But play continues here. Carroll in the back row to pick this one up. Peterson the on 2, and it gets through. Point Cougars. It is 11-6. Augsburg, they're trying to just get that one over and unable to do it. Errors on both sides here a little bit to get things going. It is the convenience store point, 7-11. Cougars serving. Putting the ball into play here is Augsburg, and that's a nice swing from the left pin using the block there. Nicely done. 12-7 in favor of Augsburg. And they will put the serve into play here. Working north to south here in Minnesota Select's facility here on court number 4. If you want to follow along, if our camera is not looking good, you could also look up Minnesota Select's live stream. Their cameras are mounted up on the poles here. I don't think you're going to have a great look from there, but you might not be getting a great look from our angle too. We're going to have to work on some of that, but that's the idea here today, is to work on some of those troubleshooting issues and try and sort things out before the season starts, so we are able to perhaps bring you a couple of different games here. So Lydia Nash at the line here for the Cougars, put over, dug up there, but chaos on the other side, and ball into the net a couple of times for Augsburg. They're not able to get that one over, and the Cougars sneaking back into this here now. 10 serving 12. Nash continues at the line here, the right-hander. Puts the ball into play, picked up by Augsburg here, pushed over to the left pin, and a nice swing there. Mary-Kate Zembeck on the floor trying to get that one up. Unable to do so. A nice spot there for Augsburg. They'll continue at the service line here, 13-10. Ball put into play. Zembeck there to pick this one up. Peterson the bump set over to Wellbrock. The connection not made there. And Augsburg will continue here, 14-10. Wish I had some names for you from their side, but we don't have that, so we're going to have to make do without it. Peterson pushes over here to Wellbrock, who uses the block nicely there. And again, we're using today as a troubleshooting event, so I think the biggest issue that I see so far is that the bit rate is not able to keep up. So we have a lot of dropped frames. So I think, I don't know if that's perhaps the internet not able to keep up, because I do feel like this should be a pretty good laptop for doing this and should have enough computational power, but it is rather apparent that it doesn't. So if you're annoyed by the camera, you can choose not to look. I don't know. I guess we'll find out later if the audio stream comes through cleanly or not, or if that's also having an effect on that. So again, all trial and error here today. Liv Carroll at the line here, the nice serve. They're scrambling on the Augsburg side, and a nice block there for Mary-Kate Zembeck on that left side. A solo block there sends that back over on the Augsburg side, and it is 15-13. Cougars hanging right in there here. It's anybody's set. The first here as Carroll plays this set over left pin. It's a tip Picked up nicely there by Peterson. Over to Molstead, and she takes a swing and whiffs on that. And there's some good-natured laughing out in the court here, I think, on that one. She wanted to take a big swing down the line there and came up empty. It's kind of like getting up and doing the Happy Gilmore and completely missing. Serve put into play here by Augsburg, and another use of the block there. Nicely done by Zembeck. 16-14 in favor of Auggie. Cougars hanging right in there. It's going to bring Laura Welbrock to the service stripe. Will be a junior in the fall. Sent over. The overpass is sent right back by Mary Kate. Nicely done. Point Cougs. 16-15 now. Just a 1-point advantage here for Augsburg. Welbrock continues at the service stripe. Puts the ball into play, and at the last minute, the defender on the Augsburg side decided to let that one go, and it did look like it was going to fall in, and indeed it does. So we are knotted at 16 here. Welbrock continues. Puts the ball into play there, picked up by Augsburg quickly. A fast set into the middle there is not successful for Augsburg, and Cougars on a nice run here now. I believe their first lead of the set, 17-16. Welbrock continues at the stripe here. And a big swing comes through. That looked long to me, and Laura getting out of the way at the last possible second. We are safely behind a net here, so I should not get hit in the head today, I would hope. And Cougars here looking to make a move in this set. 18-16, nicely done there. Another good serve cross court for Welbrock over to the right pin. Swung over, block is there. Nash gets a piece of this one. They'll reset on the Augsburg side, send it over there. Peterson there to get it. Carroll on the set, and a nice block on that left side for Augsburg. And that gets them back within a point here of the Cougars, 18-17. And serve put over. That corkscrews a little bit, and Carroll has to move to the left side. Move from her left side to right, and unable to keep that one in the field of play here. So things are knotted up now at 18. As serve put into play here, same kind of drill. They're finding a spot there. Are the Augies to keep the Cougars off their game here a little bit, and they recapture the lead here. 19-18. Perhaps we will get to root beer point here if the Cougars can make the kill. Carroll there to pick this one up. Peterson the back set over to Molstead. Flips it up and over, but Auggie ready for this one. And they find that same spot in the one and just push it over there. And it is 20-18 now in favor of Augsburg again as they have recaptured their lead. I think what we're going to do is try and make some changes to things and see if it improves. I just have a feeling that we are not able to keep up with what the rates of internet here are. When I checked it earlier, it seemed like it might be good enough, but it's possible that it just is not. Welbrock there to pick this one up, and Zembeck takes a big swing. And the Cougars back within a point here. 19 serving 20. Anybody set at this point. It's going to bring Molstead to the line. Left-hander puts it over. Augsburg there to pick it up. Quick, they like that sort of modified middle swing. It's a quick set, and they try it again, and it doesn't work. Into the net. We are knotted now at 20. It's looking for somebody to make a move here that wants to take control of the set. And we'll see if that can't be the Cougars. Molstead a nice serve, but they do bring it back up there, and this one gets through the block. I think the block got a hand on that, so it took a little bit off of it. And that brings the serve back over to Augsburg now. They cling to a 1-point lead here, 21-20. Oh, that one also moved left to right. Welbrock has to jump over to get it. We do get it over on the other side on a free ball, and an opportunity here for Augsburg. They do not make use of it. The on-two by Peterson is unsuccessful. Left side attack, up off the block. 22-20 in favor of Augsburg. And boy, we need to side out here in a big way to get a point back and stay in this set. You don't want it to get to 23. And we'll see what comes out of the serve here. A little bit of a delay. I think we got balls rolling around on the